Great. So today I want us to learn how to play the organ. So this is the first part of our lessons. And what we're actually going to do is that we need to acquaint ourselves with some important concepts on how we'll be able to play. First, you need to learn how to position your hand on the organ. So you position your hands this way, like the crab. Both hands will have to be in this form so that you play it in such a way. You don't have to do something like this, but you do it this way so that you'll be able to play flexibly. And then from there, you also sit down in a way that your back will be straight, not like bending and so on. So these are the important positions that we need to learn as we go about the study of the staff notation. Now, from there, we have these two important structures. This is the first 5 lines, and then the spaces, and then we also have this 5 lines in their spaces. Now, if we look at this one, we have their names. So these are the lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we call this the treble clef. So that's the name that we've written over there, and we also have the bass clef. Now, for the treble clef, we have the lines named using the alphabet. So this is E. This line is E. This line is G. And that is B. This is D. And that is F. So we have E, G, B, D, F for the 5 lines for the treble clef. And so these are the 5 lines. And then if we come to the spaces, the first space is F, the second space is A, then we have our C and we have our E. So we can say that that is face. So F, A, C, E. Now you will see that just above this line we have G, and then below this line we have D. So the space here is actually D, but these 4 spaces, we can remember them easily. And then we also have these 5 lines. Now we can also extend this and we call it ledger line. So we have our C over here, and so we have our C and then the space D. So this C is a line, the space D, they'll move on. So we need to learn this, and you have to find a way of trying to memorize them. Now once you do that, from there we'll be putting these notes over here to help us position our hands on the piano or the organ. So that does it for the treble clef. So face, you can remember it for the spaces. And here we can say every good boy deserves favor. So you can form any sentence that you want with it. Every good boy deserves favor. So that will help you to actually remember the lines. And then the spaces, also we have our face, remembering this one and that one together. Now I want us to move on to the bass clef. Now that also starts from here, and so for this one, if you look at the names of the lines, we have our G, B, D, F, A. So this line is G, this line is B, this line is D, that is F, and this is A. So if you look at this, we can also call the bass clef the F clef, then the treble clef G clef, because where we are starting from. And so this is what we call the stave or the staff notation structure. So we need to learn this and get them on your mind, so that anytime we want to play a song, the music will be given, the staff notation will be given, and with some practice we will be able to play them. So this is a form of exercise that one needs to learn, so that you acquaint ourselves with the lines and spaces of both the treble clef and then the bass clef. Take time and study them. Form this important foundation. Don't skip over items. Take your time. So this one can say good boys deserve favor always. Then all cows eat grass. All cows eat grass. Now at the top we have our B here, giving us this space. You can also look at, if you look at this G, it means that we can go below it, then we come. So basically we pick our first alphabets that we have. We have our A, B, C, D, E, and then we now move on. So you look at, that's how we have all structured this one. I intentionally skip this one. I would like you to take your time and put it there. So we can also extend it up, pause on and on with our ledger lines. We can do same over here. So these are the things that we need to build as we progress in our study of how to play the organ. Now, these are the notes we'll be using. We have what we call the brief. We have the semi-brief. We have minim. We have crotchet. And then we have quaver. We have semi-quaver. It goes on and on, but we'll be using these ones to help us later also learn the beats, what they stand for. Then from there, once we acquaint ourselves with this, next time I will not be writing this, we'll have them on our minds, and then we'll be placing some of these notes over there. And then once we look at it, we go to the organ and play the respective note over there. So we'll be relating this on the organ. So we know that if I have this, where do I play it on the organ? If I have that, where do I play it on the organ? Now this is for the right hand. This is for the right hand, and this is for the left hand. So let's take note of that. Thank you so much for your attention. We'll continue another time. Continue to study this, get them on your mind, read through it several times. Make sure at a glance you can give all of them. When you are even sleeping, you are giving a nudge, you can give every form of the lines and spaces. When you do that, you'll be able to play the organ perfectly to the glory of God. God delights in music. So let us learn it, get it as a hobby. You can play it at church, you can play it at home, to lift up your souls to the Almighty God. Thank you so very much, and God bless you. Bye.